Hi, today we're going to present a program on cultural connections, which the Pathways Rotary Club has started. And we have our first two students that we've matched, which is Eli from the United States and Miggie, who is from South Africa. And today we are going to do it's a film assignment that we had, in which they're going to try to show us a little bit of what their life is like in each of their countries. Before we get started, I'm going to have Chris give you a little overview of exactly what is this cultural connections.
Well, first of all, it's a program where we wanted to connect two young people somewhere in the world so that they could connect on a very personal level, learn about each other's countries. And it's not a long program. It's a 5-week program where we've been meeting twice a week, and the guys have been getting to know each other. Both of them are, what, you're 14. Miggie, are you 15 or 14? 15. So they're almost the same age, and they have amazingly a lot in common. So we're kind of wrapping up this connection. Being our very first one, we've learned a lot as a Rotary Club going through this, and we hope to continue to improve this program as we move forward. But today is really an exciting time because both guys have worked on putting together a video that will showcase their hometown, their home area for the other students and for us, because we're going to watch it also. And we're just hoping that it's been a good experience for them, but we are going to be the beneficiaries of that whole thing, and the other student, of course. So with no further ado, let's do the video. So Curtis, I called you Curtis. Eli is going to do his video first, and I'm going to see if we can share our screen here.
The woods, and I'm going to show you a short video about my home, Guernsey County. This is Ohio, and this is Guernsey County. I'm going to walk you through some of the amazing things that are here. This is Salt Fork. It is the largest state park in the state of Ohio. Its forests and lakes are home to a ton of wildlife, and it's most famous for hunting, fishing, and most of all, Bigfoot. It has the biggest concentration of sightings in the eastern half of the United States. I have some pictures for you to enjoy. The Wilds is one of North America's largest conservation centers, and as the name implies, one of its main conservation efforts is the North American hellbender. The North American hellbender is extirpated in Ohio, but it is North America's largest salamander and can grow up to 3 feet long. Another one of the main conservation efforts is the American burying beetle. It is a carrion beetle, and I have some pictures for you to enjoy. Monster Glass is one of the very few multi-generational companies that still makes glassware today, and they produce over 100,000 items a year and outsource items to even the West Coast. This is the Cambridge Museum of Glass. It is home to thousands of pieces of Cambridge original glass. Cambridge, in my opinion, is famous for food, so enjoy! John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth, and he did it not only once, but 3 times. Now there's a museum in Guernsey County where he was born. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of Guernsey County, and I hope you come to visit one day.
Mooi. So video was 4 minuten lang. Okay. So upon viewing this video of Eli, I have succumbed myself and I've realized I have taken a very different approach.
Okay.
A very different approach. Okay. And my video is also 5 times the length. So thank you to this mother of mine. She said it's fine. So blame her, not me. So you're gonna sit through a 19-minute video of me not talking, but it was 40 minutes of tape, and I put it off. I edited it off. So it's not bad, but it's not very great. But you'll have a laugh, and I will talk you through it. So if you don't understand anything, I'll what? Translate. I'll explain in depth for you. So yeah, okay. Okay, can you see and everything? Okay, wait. Okay, can you see? So now we're driving here to the Franklin Game Reserve, which is on Naval Hill, which is a famous, the only hill and the most famous hill in Bloemfontein. Now, on this hill, there's quite a cool bunch of things. Which one is the Natural Earth and Space Center, which I'll let you look at. Yeah.
Earth space. Maak seker dat jy mooi die Free State en State in goed afneem. That's no nice.
And Naval Hill also lies about 3 kilometers from our house. I'm not sure how many miles that is, but it's not far at all. Okay. Now, the antelope or the buck you see here is actually the buck I shot at first. This is the first buck I shot, which is called a blesbok.
Ja. Hy's vir hulle hou shows in die buitelug as jy bent. En binne-in kan jy ook gaan.
So that's the telescope.
Dis nou nice.
So I think you all know here's an older telescope. That's just the newer telescope, which is used in all planetariums. So it's a planetarium.
Dis 'n environmental center.
And the center is also used by our colleges,
Van bietjie stil.
universities. Okay, yeah, we spotted a blue wildebeest, which is one of the biggest antelope in South Africa. Third to the oryx. And here we spotted a zebra about 35 meters away from the car. And you're gonna hear my And here we spotted a giraffe about 10 meters away.
Dis mak, hè.
And that's my father there, the big fat man.
Loop. Neem jy af.
Great animal impressions coming from my father.
Neem jy af.
And him forgetting it's not the hippo, it's a giraffe.
Is die hippo, Nico?
Okay, now we went from one of the viewing points to, I would say, the main viewing point. And that is Nelson Mandela. I think the most famous president ever for South Africa, and it's also one of the greatest presidents, I would say. And they put up the statue of him when he passed away. The day he passed away. So yeah, and that's the flattest city on earth, which is called Bloemfontein, my city. And yeah, I'm standing on the main viewpoint. And the people in the background is not natives to the Naval Hill, but is people that like to spend their time there.
Ja.
And this is a turtle, a tortoise I spotted in the road. We almost ran over, which I also helped out of the road. And that is our main communication tower.
Communication tower.
So this is the entrance where you can read there, and there's another board sign which shows it's supposed to be maintained by the Mangaung Metro maintenance people, but isn't very well. And that's also a map of Naval Hill, which shows how big it is. Now we went from Naval Hill driving to the city. So what you're looking at here is the oldest church in Bloemfontein, I believe, which is I think it's as old as when they colonized the British colonized South Africa. So I think this is one of the first buildings that was in this area. It's called the Twin Tower Church. Now we on one of the main roads in Bloemfontein. This road, which is heading to my mother's work, which is an advocate, So yeah, here on the right is was one of the main banks in Bloemfontein. It's was the bank.
Volkskrasbank
Die
verloor
boere,
hulle
wat is
nie.
die wat se bank was dit?
Die boerebank, so check your osse.
It was the farmers bank basically.
Was my
And that bus there that's driving in front of us is also it was sold to the company Interstate by my father, who sold buses at the time. And there's lovely trash on the corner. And this is one of a quite unique building, also in quite the middle of Bloemfontein.
Dan was ook gebou hier langs. Hierso, ek sien nog alles nie regs daar uit die hof.
There's my mother's building where she works.
Is dit High Court?
And now we're looking at the High Court of the Free State. So this is the highest court you can imagine, I think, in the Free State.
Weerstasie, sien dit wel.
And that's there on the right of this building is the fire station. Also one of the oldest buildings that was built there. There's another older building.
Gebouwe. Die standbeeld gaan nou voor. Sien jy daai gebou daar?
Ja.
Dis op die Appelhof.
The old presidential home, and this is the Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein, in South Africa. So it's the Court of Appeal in South Africa. Now we're looking at Christian de Wet, which is its full name is Christian Rudolph de Wet, which is one of the main generals in the farmers war, the Boereoorlog. So they built a statue there for him to symbolize his bravery, I think. I don't know. Okay, now we're looking at the city hall, which was burned down a few years ago. Which was the roof was burnt a few years ago, but it's now rebuilt and re-maintained. Hopefully for the next years that Bloemfontein is sitting, they maintain it as well. Okay, that's called the Glass Palace, the Glass Palace, which is the municipality's building.
Who's that?
The local government. Okay, so now we're heading back to the area I live, Danpino. This is Praller Walk, which is one of the main shopping centers in Danpino. And now we're heading to our school, to my school. Okay, there on the left is my pre-primary school. It's called Kontiki. And here on the right is now a Praller Plain, which is a part of Praller Walk, but is also a main shopping center. Now we're entering my school on the school ground side. So this is at the cricket field and the cricket nets and the Astro and the rugby field side. So to the right is the classes side. So now we're heading to the Astro side, to the left.
Pauline kan afneem terug om zo net langs eers. Al die goed kruis is terug.
there's our main cricket field, the one on the left. And now this thing that looks like a swimming pool is an Astro, which we built in 2019, and it's been used since for only hockey. Yeah.
Achterom draaien.
Ja.
Hier op het veld ook af. En dan komen we
Okay.
netbal.
To the right is our netball courts, and now to the left is one of our 3 rugby fields. And to the distance left, all the way past that rugby field, is where the hostel is. So one of the sponsors also of our school is McDonald's, which sponsors Central. And now this building here on the left is our clubhouse. It's called the Bijenkorf in Afrikaans, which is called the beehive. Now here on the left is the main rugby field, which is also athletic centrum thingy where you run around it till you get tired. What's UV centrum now? Afrikaans. Yeah. Okay, there I zoomed in quickly on is a hall that we built in, I'm not sure the date, but there's also, and there's our digital board, which welcomes you into our school grounds. And there's our swimming pool, which is busy under maintenance.
Eigenlijk zo bij omkomt terug, dan gaan we zo om weer, nee. En dan gaan we terugkomen. Yes.
Okay, so now we're going out of the school and turning to the left to Praller Plain. There's a butchery, which is also a steakhouse, which is quite popular. Okay, there's a sushi place on the left, and there's a hypermarket which is called Checkers, which is one of the main. Now there's a Spar on the left, which is like a 7-Eleven in South Africa. So it's quite a big deal. There's a lot of them. There's Burger King. We also have a Burger King. I think you're known of Burger King. And now we're heading into the petrol station, where there's attendants which serves us petrol. Okay, and now this is still my school here on the left. This is one of the three buildings, and this is a double-story building. So yeah, the dash is double. No, that's the triple story. As you can see, this then yeah. So this one is a double-story building, and then there's one behind it which is also a double-story building. Now we're heading to the main entrance of the classes side. So this is the main entrance of my school. Okay, the UFS Centrum, which is like a school hall, which was built in 1905. And they held the anniversary for its 100th year, so that's why there's 2 boards there next to the sign Hoërskool Centraal. Okay, so now we're basically heading home again past everything. So there's Burger King again, and there's a KFC coming up now. So yeah. Okay, and now the school here on the left is my primary school. So yeah, primary school, and this is our church. Not my church, but that's one of the churches in our living area. And now here on the right is still our school. This is where our hostels is located. So all of my friends, my hostel friends, they live in that prison.
Moet hier rechts aangaan bietjie.
And our,
Yeah.
our hostel is called Eie Hart Hostels, which is Afrikaans. It's just Eie Hart Hostel, which is it translates into English own house. So now we're heading to our house. Our house is here, this one on the left, number 23, with the grey and white walls. Okay, there on the right is the extra income from my father, which is a flat, and this is my house. That patch of grass there is fake because there doesn't really grow grass in South Africa. So yeah.
Hou nie sweet aan.
Okay, so there's a few clips from where we went on vacation. So this is in Mpumalanga, where we went trout fishing. I didn't catch anything, unfortunately. Okay, there's me doing a hockey thing. There's more of me doing a hockey thing. I'm standing on this tower, and yeah, there's one of my best friends.
Net kop.
Yeah. Okay, this is another fishing place we went to in Johannesburg, which is one of the main cities in South Africa. And now we own on our own place. This is our own fishing spot. So again, I didn't catch any fish. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna do something that's very quite traditional to South Africa. It's called the braai, and I'm busy setting up wood now to build a fire, and I'm gonna braai wors, boerewors, which is just normal sausages, but it's quite traditional to South Africa. It's like mince into a sausage. So yeah. So it's basically grilling. It's like a grill. It's called in Afrikaans a toeknyp rooster. It's like two roosters